What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36. And this is Big Games BS brought to you by Dan Media Group, presented by AlphaMaleJacks.com. AlphaMaleJacks.com is the go-to website for all things masculine, or actually just health and wellness. You could be a woman and go to Alpha Male Jacks, but we'll call it something a little bit different, but it's basically the same program. This one is just catered to men. Damn, is that a new member or? Oh, nice. Damn. Jeez, that's what I'm talking about, Adrian. Good shot. Yeah, damn. Good stuff. Adrian, 7-month member. I didn't even realize I had this shit on for that long. They've had it that long? Anyways, alphamalejacks.com. Go there, check out. Some of y'all getting real hormonal. Get your levels checked. It's not just about ED. It's about living your life like it's golden, like a Jill Scott song. Getting strong, getting better prepared for life, being like that country music song. It might not be as good as I once was, but I'm good once. That's all we want to be able to do. So but yeah, sorry about starting off a little bit late today, guys. Weird, crazy weekend for me. And I had to get it in. My face was looking terrible, so I had to go see T-Wig to go get my tape. Then I knew I was only gonna be able to do it in the morning, but I don't know if you guys realize black barbers talk a lot. So he got me good. I'm literally leaving this show, go visit my grandmama. We're gonna bust her out of her facility next week. So I got to spend some time with her, try to figure out lunch, get this uploaded to the SoundCloud, drop the Drive to Selection presented by Toyota, coach a high school football game, get on the road, drive to Clemson, 7.5 hours to Clemson, South Carolina, be a Gator Bowl committee member for the game at noon because Clemson fucked everything up, to have to drive back to be at the Jags game by at least by 12 so I can go get my press pass and all that other shit. It's got a long day, but I didn't forget about everybody. Miles is going to put you guys into the randomizer. Most of you guys are FSU fans. We have this cap that we can give away. My bat right here, tilted brim that we can get this, or if you happen to be a Mandarin Mustangs fan or a FAMU Rattler and you follow the show, you can get this one. And we happen to have a Bulls lacrosse MFTK hat as well, or if you're a Boise State fan or a New York Knicks fan. Those are the colors. I won't say that those colors represent anybody else. So with that, if you are, because we got over $100 on the last super chat, we will give one of those away to a person. So actually this will help boost the algorithm. So if you want one, just put like a hand raise or something like that in the comments, and we will make sure we put you into the randomizer. That's the only way that we can get that. Yeah, that part. Yeah, because for whatever reason you can't go back up as much in the comments, but appreciate you, Grant, for coming through. Oh well, all right. Well, Damian, Grant, they're all raising their hands right now.
Yeah, that's all right.
We'll figure it out. We need y'all to also consider being a member. We are 100 away from 3K. Once we get to 3,000 subscribers, we give away $300. So like I don't know what's taking so long. Actually, it's not taking long at all. It just feels like it's taking long, but we're getting close. We dropped down from 100 members because somebody gifted memberships. We're around 70, which is still cool. Consider being a member. $3.99 all the way up to the all-in level. $99.99. The all-in members will get sideline passes to the FSU games that I can get them into, and you basically get to encounter and live life like me. You could have been giving me a ride to Clemson, South Carolina, and I probably could have got you into the Clemson FSU game if you were an all-in member. I couldn't get all of y'all in, all 7 of y'all in, but we could have got a few of you guys in. But really close to this milestone. Can't wait to get to it. Hope we get to it rather soon. Also, if you guys do know, please go to mftkfoundation.com. Consider making a donation to Jack's Wish. We're taking Jack Coleman, no relation to me or Keon. to the Duke game, which is homecoming. We have the hotel covered. They're staying Thursday, Friday, Saturday, check out Sunday. We're going to try to get them a tour of the facilities, a photo shoot, meet some guys, have the tailgate, get them to the tailgate, pregame sideline passes, 6 tickets somewhere in the stadium, and then we're going to try to get the family decked out in Seminole gear. We're going to try to raise as much money as we can to make sure that we give this young man as good of a time as possible. And yeah, man. So Keith Jones, that name sounds familiar. But yeah, try to get as many guys, much stuff in here as possible for him and his family. It's gonna be a dope time. I think the school is gonna try to kick in on some stuff. Whether they kick in on it or not, it will be great. Shout out to local news here, Brent Martineau, and one of my mentors, Kevin Sullivan. A lot of you guys might not know who Kevin Sullivan is, but he coached Leon Washington. So I've known Kevin since I was 18 years old. And when I first moved to Jacksonville, he was basically took me under the wing, one of my mentors. Everybody talks about this is why I am how I am. People say support black, and so what happens is this show is a hodgepodge, a conglomerate of different cultures. I wanted to be woke before they changed what woke meant. Like, because woke means something completely different than it meant 10 years ago. But one thing I can never do is go out and say all the one race is this, all the one race is that. You know who's always had my back more than like, and I get the support of black people, and I help my people out a lot. But man, when I tell you Kevin Sullivan, old white man, not really that old, but love him to death. When I went out of business on my own, the first thing he asked me, he's like, "Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna give you a $30,000 check." You have no idea what that meant. Like it wasn't free. I had to pay him back. It was a loan, but like nobody gave me that. Like nobody gave me a chance. He believed in what I was doing so much that he did it, and I gave him. And it actually because he honored me like that, and it was dope. I gave him 20% interest on the money that he loaned me. I paid every blood nickel back to him. But he why am I talking about him? He does a show that talks about the committed to the uncommitted. And my running back Tion Weish is uncommitted right now. All he wants to do, again, people talk about why not us, right? With HBCUs. Well, bitch, because y'all ain't recruiting nobody. Like, he's not 6 foot. He's not 200 pounds. He's about 5'8", 5'9", about 170 right now. He will get bigger. He is literally the best player on our team. And if you put and we have a star-studded team, but like he's the one who takes over games. He leads the area in touchdowns scored. He and just all of it. Like if you watch the video right here, it's literally just
especially what's going on in the college game, spread.
Actually, I want to hear what
the big guys leaning on people. You've got a little scratty guy that can get in there and boom and hide behind them linemen and see a crease and go. And that's something that as coaches we've had to deal with a lot because everybody wants 6 foot, 6'1", 200, blah blah blah. But again, you throw screens to these guys, you move them out of the backfield, get them the ball. And I think his kid would do a really nice job somewhere lower Division I. But like I said, like a Nebraska or somebody like that needs guys that can run. I mean, come on, this kid fit right in out there.
Yeah, that's a good call, and we're going to feature actually.
Like he runs around through over guys. I mean, it's just really dope. Actually, can you fast forward it like almost to like about right there? Let me hear it. I can tell you.
And tell some of the college coaches around the country to wake up. Come to Jacksonville. Come get some steals. And one last thought on this young man and the Westcott kid. It looks like that running game is going to be a big factor for them. Yeah, they are going to make a deep run this year.
Yeah, because everybody's worried about the pass and taking the pass away. And a quarterback's best friend is a running game. Quarterback, a lot of play action, a lot of difference with the zone reads and all that. So 100% agree with you, Brent.
All right.
Oh, dang, that's not the part. I got to go back a little bit because I want y'all to hear from the
Yeah, but hey, we like to put Baker Sports.
Again, there's so many schools: UMass, UConn, Boston College, schools up there in the north, Rhode Island, Maine. Like, come on, really? But what do I know? I coach high school football, or I used to.
Yeah, but hey, we like to.
And that's one of the things that I find. There's like 3 of them in the area that are all really good players. And it just amazes me. And again, I had a pretty good running back in the day that was 5'8", and everybody was like, "Oh, he's too small, too small." But when he got the ball in his hand, it was dynamic. Leon Washington. So
that's
again,
the guy who coached him, Coach Leon Washington, is basically telling you like, "Hey, anyways." Again, like I tell my friends who coach at HBCU, you're not supposed to take things personally, right? I'm taking this recruiting a little bit personally, because I've told them all, like, I have put at least 1,000 kids in Division I during my time as a coach or a trainer. I know what the fuck I'm looking at, man. And I've told all my HBCU guys, man, y'all need to get him. I got some running backs that'll probably get more highly recruited in the next 2 years coming up. They fit the prototype size. Don't come on here asking for no hookups. Don't come asking for that, because there's a kid right here that these guys will not be better than. This is literally the best kid I've ever coached. But anyway, so going into something real quick, FHSAA made an announcement yesterday. Kind of screwed, and if you don't know, for those who aren't in the state of Florida, the Florida High School Sports, Florida High School Sports Athletic Association is a governing body. It's like the NCAA for high schools. Every state has their own. Florida, in the state of Florida, has theirs. They made an announcement because nobody knew where the state championships were. So last year they split the state into metro and rural. So basically, metro is all the big cities in the state of Florida, minus Tallahassee and Pensacola. So Jacksonville and the Jacksonville metro area, Orlando, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Basically, those cities have their own state titles. That's the metro. We coach for metro. So like, we're the biggest school in the metro area. Biggest classification in the metro area. There are 3 schools, us, Atlantic Coast, and Sandalwood in Jacksonville, that meet the requirement. I think you got to be over 2,000 students enrolled. Then there's rural, Tallahassee, Pensacola, our Daytona, Clay County, and St. Johns County are all considered rural. The problem, Polk County is rural. The problem is Tallahassee's been winning state championships. Pensacola teams have been winning state championships. Madison County's won state championships. Like, all the places that can compete with the Miami teams and everything to win state championships, we're winning regardless. But now, again, you split it. Last year's state championship, I believe, for rural was in Tallahassee. Metro was in Miami. They moved locations. All state championships will be played at Bragg Memorial Stadium on the campus of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. So that's FAMU. So shout out to FAMU for being able to get this. Now, the problem is, if you got that map that we have, Miami's in Metro. This doesn't, like, so if a Miami team, which, for example, right now, everybody's projecting the state championship game to pretend, or one of the projections is Mandarin versus Miami Columbus. That's a haul for a Miami team to be able to come up. Like, that is not fair to the Miami team, to any of the Metro teams. Why not have it in a Metro? Like, you already said that it's an unfair advantage. It should not be granted, I hope we make it to the state championship game and play it in Tallahassee. Love nothing more than it. One of my favorite places is going to probably be our team hotel. But it doesn't make any sense when you do that. So, but that's they kind of screwed a lot of the schools. I think you got to make the state championship has to be in a central location. It's got to be in Orlando. Why do I have fried chicken in my thing? Oh, Tallahassee lost someplace called Hot Birdie. We gotta bring Shingles back. Gotta bring Shingles back. My bad. Random. Before we get into now, we're gonna get into football, a little bit of the outside stuff before we get into college football. I need to know, and this is a very adult mixed crowd. I need to know why the same lather, rinse, repeat strategy is taken with infidelity and when men mess up. Like, one thing I get, make them go through some women. I'm with you. But why do we got to mess up the bag? Why does the money always have to get messed up? And what do I mean by that? Right now, former Bears defensive coordinator, actually, I'm going to go to what was originally said first. This is how it was brought up. It was terrible. I thought the worst. ML football, and this is why people don't only trust reputable sometimes. So I get why they say this. And it was multiple places reported this. The FBI raided Chicago Bears defensive coordinator Alan Williams' home due to some very serious allegations, league sources tell ML Football. The sting found some extremely sensitive content, and Williams will most likely never coach again for Chicago or any NFL team for the rest of his life, a source familiar says with the situation. Then they posted a picture of him like, they never post the good pictures of you when you mess up. Now, luckily, Twitter has this thing where they can tell if people are lying because it's been unproven. Like Total Pro Sports, CBS, NBC have all put out articles basically stating it's not true. False. The Chicago Bears said that this is not true. No one in the organization had their house raided by the FBI, but Alan Williams has resigned. And I'm going to say this is lather, rinse, repeat because here's what happened. Ian Rappaport he resigned this morning. The FBI did not raid basically Hallis Hall, which is where the Bears are at. The league is not involved. And then they also put in the original thing, Peanut Tillman, a former Chicago Bear player, works for the FBI. And they say that he's the one who tipped them off. So they find out that Peanut Tillman, though he works for the feds, he is not a snitch. Thank God. But here's what actually happened. Former Bears defensive coordinator Alan Williams, I am taking a step back to take care of my health and family. I already know what happened. This man got caught cheating. That's always, it's lather, rinse, repeat. What happens is when somebody gets caught, they have to take a step back away. They have to get things straight because allegedly, maybe he didn't. At least he, like when I hear FBI raid, because the first thing FBI raided, gotta resign. I'm thinking kitty porn. And then the first thing we thought, all me and my group chat, we were like, and again, it's just descriptors. When people hear thug or they hear like somebody got robbed, they automatically think of a black guy. I'm sorry. To Catch a Predator made an entire multiple seasons of white guys trying to get kids. So I thought like, damn, or a pastor. I was like, shit, this is not going to be this is not going to be good at all. Then we looked, we like, holy man, he is dark and he's dark as midnight. Holy shit, this is breaking stereotypes. So then when they said that wasn't what happened, then we knew, oh, it's gotta be cheating, infidelity. And I'm just like, why fuck up the bag, right? Like he's making at least over $1 million a year. Take him through some stuff. Leave. I don't know if I like, but you gotta quit everything. My mom always had this saying: no matter what's going on, the sun is gonna rise in the morning. Everything and bills are still gonna be doing the 1st and the 15th. So while you're chasing and trying to bend this back together, you're compounding the problem because she's gonna take you to the cleaners, bro. But you're compounding the problem now because you don't have any money. And you're gonna have to pay for an attorney. You're gonna have to do all these things. And I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. Somebody put it sounds like Florida's old coach. Exactly. That is why Urban left. The rumor by Urban left is that he got busted messing with a co-ed cheerleader. And the family got there and then his heart started hurting. That and his wife likes chocolate. And she was hanging out at the chocolate speakeasies. And when they went up to Columbus, they ain't got him like they got him in the South, in Columbus, Ohio. So he was a little bit more okay with that at that point. College football, I just want people to realize this. The schools with the most blue chip recruits on their roster, Alabama was 74, Ohio State was 73, Georgia 65, Notre Dame 57. I thought they told me that Notre Dame couldn't get cats. Clemson with 56. I want to highlight that. Texas with 56, Oregon 53, Texas A&M 52, Oklahoma 51, Penn State 49, Michigan 47, Miami 46. Want to highlight that. USC 45, Florida 43, LSU 42. Want to highlight both of those. Tennessee 35, Auburn 35, North Carolina 32, Kentucky 30, Kansas 28, Florida State finally at 27. LSU, Florida, Miami, and I'm missing somebody. Oh, and Clemson all have way more talent than what Florida State has. Per blue chip, recruiting, all those different things. So just remember those things as we move forward throughout the show. Going in, and I got to talk about this before, but he's not on here with the blue chip thing, but I'm going to talk about it because when we do our shorts, it gets us views. People like them. It gets the people going. Got to talk about Deion. The one cool thing about Twitter, if you've been on Twitter long enough, or X as it's called, it used to be a more beautifully savage place. It used to be what YouTube comments are. And the person put, Twitter don't forget anything, dog. 2012, Deion was on here tweeting like one of us with baby mama drama. Now he's a superstar college coach. And I was just like, But then I remember Deion had the show. Deion's ex-wife ended up getting arrested. They came in. Deion comes out and tweets, "Pray for me and my kids now. They just witnessed their mother and a friend jump me in my room. She's going to jail and I'm pressing charges." Rightfully so, Deion. I think more men should do that. "I am sad my boys witnessed this mess, but I warned the police department here that she was going to try to harm me and my boys. This is on my mama." And he took a picture of him filling out police reports now. "Thank God for this platform to issue the truth. God is faithful. Thank you for all your support and love. A testimony only comes from a test." Can I say something? Like when something's always happening to somebody, right? I no longer feel sympathy for them. So like when people are like, why are people unjustly attacking? Deion has always been a media whore. Like, so like, let's stop pretending like this is some shit, some new shit. Oh, Mike Call puts something. What is a blue chip defined as? A 4 or 5 star player. But Deion, I found that funny. Deion Pilar was actually pretty attractive too. So, but I wanted to highlight some good things that Deion is doing. Really, really good things that Deion is doing. Way better than the fried chicken commercial, which I think is still dope that he did with his family. Deion put 2 of his players in a commercial for him, and one of them is a walk-on running back. And now with the NIL, in order for he could pay this kid. Like this, I don't know how much the kids got paid, but this, like, even if it was a couple grand is basically a one of his tuition for a semester, which I think is amazing. But like, it's again, I think all of his commercials are really corny, but this is dope, a dope experience for these 2 young men that got a chance to go chase nuts. Deion got these boys out here chasing a nut. I'm being dead serious, so we'll watch it.
No secret in staying in your pride. You just gotta want it, baby. Eating almonds can help you recover from exercise. Fellas, get after it. So eat your almonds. Oh, your pride.
It used to be California raisins, now it's California nuts or California almonds. And Deion's got guys out here eating California nuts, getting paid to eat nut, which is, I think, is a cool thing. Another thing, what I will say too is also this. So that's one good thing. Now, here's why the other reason why people hate Deion. They don't hate Deion per se. They hate the the members of Deion's church, of the Church of Deion, the cult of Deion, if you will. So we'll watch this. And the tweet is, coaches, equipment staff are blasting stadium music and the Oregon fight song during practice. It's this level of detail that makes Coach Prime great. Now push the play. So what they're saying is, oh my goodness, I've never, like, Deion Sanders is playing this is psychological warfare. He's getting them prepared. I got news for y'all. Every fucking school in America does this. High schools do this. Like, it's not like when you go into like Florida, every Thursday practice of an away game, we went into the stadium. It's called crowd noise and crowd control. Like, it's actually a full practice. Like, this is like, he learned this, he learned it from Bobby. Bobby been doing this forever. It's just like Deion could wear the sunglasses. Like, people would think Blender's sunglasses, like Deion just started a sunglass company. Blender's been around for a minute. Deion has made him exponentially more money, but it's just like Deion, anything that Deion does, Deion takes a shit and uses lemon air freshener. Oh, that's the next level of detail. Citrus helps take away the shit smell a little bit better. Like, nah, that's it. Yes. Until they lose. This is what I'm scared about. Is what's going to happen after the next couple of weeks. But I will say this. Here's where I have to draw the line. Again, I'm consistent. I'm not going to let you disrespect the man or what he did. College football blue bloods and AI, this is where AI gets too nerdy. AI model has ranked the Colorado Buffaloes as the luckiest team in college football this season. According to the model, the Buffs would be 2-1 or even 1-2 right now without any luck. For reference, the same AI model labeled TCU as the luckiest team in college football last season. And there's an article, there's team rankings, and it just goes into, like, I hate when people, they have Colorado's number 1, Georgia State, Louisiana Monroe, Florida International, Miami of Ohio, Missouri. Like, it just has them ranked. Where Miami is the 19th ranked. This is good. I mean, just not for Colorado, but North Carolina's ranked the 10th luckiest team. Utah's ranked the 12th. Duke's ranked 13th. Miami, the U, ranked 19th. Florida State ranked 21st. Louisville ranked 22nd. I hate when people say it's luck that you're winning. That's some hater ass shit. I mean, did things go their way? Yeah, but like they had to still play the fucking game. Deion Sanders is 3-0 because his team he was better than the 3 teams that he faced. I'm not going to go into try to find some nerd way to explain away what we all saw. Nobody and their mom thought Deion was beating TCU. He beat TCU, and we need to be able to give them props for that. I think Colorado State had every opportunity to win the game. I think Colorado State might have lost the game more than Colorado won it. But the reality is they drove 98 yards and scored with 36 seconds left on the clock. That's not luck. That's skill. John G., he was a badass dude. He was a badass player. Big No is not going to the UM game, guys. Stop it. He used my boy V Webb's ticket confirmation thing. He's not going to the game. Y'all will never see Big No. And to be honest with you, you're lucky. That's a big ass motherfucker right there. A lot of y'all probably don't want no smoke when it comes to him. But that's the college football thing. But another thing that's been really, really interesting, and if you go, like, Clemson, Florida State plays at noon tomorrow. And the reason why I brought up 56 is because we'll get into that. But college football pressure rates. Excuse me. The reason why I think Colorado's luck is probably about to actually truly come to an end is because Colorado, like, Shedeur Sanders does show a propensity to make bad decisions when pressured. TCU didn't do it. He picked TCU apart. Nebraska did do it. If Nebraska had a quarterback that could throw the ball forward, Nebraska would have gave him problems. Colorado State did do it, did it successfully, ran out of bullets. Oregon, USC have the cats that can do this and be able to come at them. But something that's very interesting in here are the quarterbacks who have been pressured the most. Phil, whatever his name is, you former Boston College quarterback, now at Pitt. Pitt hasn't been having a good season because he doesn't do very well with that. Ashton Daniels at Stanford. Cade Klubnik, 40.8% of his dropbacks, he's been under pressure. That states two things. That states two things. That means he is either his offensive line is Swiss cheese, or a lot of people have blitzed him, and I think it's a little bit of both. Oh Lord, they didn't put y'all in my group chat asking about Big Dole. So what do I mean by this? So I've been on a bunch of different podcasts and listening, and we had a nice space with Seymour Stacks about Colorado. And with Colorado, in Clemson. And the Clemson fan base brought up very valid points, right? What were the valid points, James? The defense has played well. It's been the offense that hasn't played well, and it's only because of turnovers that they lost to Duke, and that they lost to and that they had a very rough first half against FCS Charleston Southern. And then you go back and you look at the pressure, right? Here's the thing. Duke beat you at 28-7, I believe. And they got you to turn the ball over, and it's Duke. Duke ain't got the cats that Florida State has. Charleston Southern had you 14-13 at the half, and they caused turnovers and pressure. What do you think is happening when Jared Verse comes into the town? What do you think happens when some really good cats with NFL draft grades are coming into town? And what boggles my mind is this. Clemson fans are like really upset that Florida State fans feel they have a chance to win. And here's one of that. Mark Ryan, Clemson has the number 8 defense in America. Florida State isn't even in the top 100, but yet there are experts out there saying Clemson doesn't have a chance. Sure, all in. Somebody said I needed this. So Florida State has played 3 teams that are exponentially better than the 3 teams on that Clemson has played so far on the schedule. If Florida State played the schedule that Clemson had, Florida State would not only have the number 1 offense in the nation, they would also have the number 1 defense. Clemson has played Mandarin Middle School, the Florida Deaf and the Blind School, and Duke. And you know what happened when they played the one team that you recognized? They lost. They didn't lose to Riley to the top quarterback. He didn't do shit. They just lost ugly. They turned the ball over. They got their asses physically whipped up front. And I'm pretty sure it's going to happen in Death Valley at noon. Florida State scored 38 unanswered points against I believe it was 38. Make sure I got this right. FSU plays, but Florida State scored 28 on that. Like, Florida State has had 4 games where they have scored 4 or more scores unanswered. They scored 28 unanswered against Boston College, 28 unanswered against LSU, 38 unanswered against Southern Miss. LSU would beat Clemson by 28 this year, this iteration of Clemson. It's crazy when we get into these spaces and people get to going to where now they want to talk trash. Oh, we're going to do this to Jordan Travis. He's hurt. Jordan Travis finished the game. Went on that 28-0 runner we were talking about. That was with Jordan Travis there. I'm like, you guys didn't watch the fucking game. But I love it. If you believe, and this is the crazy part about FSU fans as well. Florida State had the top 15th ranked defense last year. Florida State fans say, well, you can't believe stats. Rankings. Rankings don't mean much. That could have meant anything. We watched the games. Okay. But you know what the Florida State fans are saying now? Well, we have the number 105th ranked defense. So now you want to use rankings? This is the problem with social media. Social media has given people a platform that don't deserve it. Like, some of you guys, the only expertise that you have is Street and Smith magazines and watching a couple games. And I'm not knocking you. I'm not saying that you had to play the game to be able to have an opinion. It's a lot of people who never played the game who coach. But some of the stuff, you got to step back. Something that we didn't bring up because I found out later on is that Florida State gave up, out of 65 plays, Florida State gave up 10 really, really bad ones, of most of which were on 3rd and long. 265 yards accounted for in those 10 plays. And they're like, fire Fuller, he's not good with a fucking quarterback that runs like 4.4. You know what Cade Klubnik doesn't run? A 4.4. We're okay with that one. Now, if he comes out this bitch and starts becoming White Vic, oh shit, we are fucked. But I don't think it's a lack of play calling that put us in those situations. It was a lack of guys not making plays that got us in that situation. And I've never seen so many people like not give credit when credit is due. Like, again, one of the things I won't allow people to do for Deion is to say Deion's lucky. Everything in me, the troll in me, wants to say Tennessee wasn't really that good. But you know what? I didn't think Tennessee was losing to Florida. So I would be a hater if I say that's not a quality win for Florida. People bet, like, it's really sounding a lot like how people were talking about with LSU. LSU fans were just like, how can you think that Florida State's going to beat LSU when your only quality win was LSU? I'm like, that's how I think Florida State's going to beat LSU. Because we beat LSU last year and we're better than we were last year. Obviously, again, Boston College was a rough game. People will tell you, don't let Duke loss define you. That Duke loss doesn't define us. The loss doesn't define you, but our almost loss defines us. I had to explain to somebody the difference between what almost and actually means. Like, we almost lost to Duke. You actually lost to Boston. We almost lost to Boston College. You actually lost to Duke. Something that we've never done in my entire life. Still should be a good game. I'll be there in Death Valley. I'll be with my Gator Bowl committee stuff. Scouting Clemson, because as I told them, we are actively looking forward to hosting the Clemson Tigers here in Jacksonville, Florida at the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Congratulations. You went from before the month of September is over, you went from a potential ACC championship to being knocked out of contention. That's the sad part. And no amount of trolling is going to save you from that. Now, if Florida State loses, we're out of playoff contention, more than likely. Still in ACC contention, but out of playoff contention. But because we still play Duke. We could beat Duke, and then now all of a sudden we're in a much better position. But right now, Florida State has a 57.2% chance according to ESPN matchup and analysis. Both quarterbacks have 8 touchdowns. One has an interception. The person who is really the guy to fear for them is Will Shipley. That white boy be toting that thing. And Maffa has a problem with fumbling the ball. So offense looks stellar when you've played nobody. They're averaging 489 yards a game. Here's the part that's really more alarming. When you've played nobody, but you're averaging 246 yards a game, given. That's the part where I think a lot of people got to take a step back, breathe, and say, hey, we're going to be okay. They have played in the last 4 games, they played 2 teams with a pulse, Tennessee and Duke. You want to know what that combined score is? Sure. It's 59-21. They lost 31-14 to Tennessee. They lost 28-7 to Duke. But then they played Charleston Southern. They beat 66-17. They beat an FCS school the way that we beat an FBS school that was returning conference champion. They will probably be in the bowl game. Then they played FAU, which I can promise you would not beat Boston College. They beat them 48-14. Basically, almost the same score we beat LSU. And to our fans, stop that. I almost said the cancel word. Stop that. That's pacified pussy behavior where you start. Oh well, yeah, I think that scared me. Fuller scared me. Shut up. You just don't be afraid of being good. Again, we could lose to Clemson, and it could all be over tomorrow, and you didn't even get a chance to gloat or be happy once. Like you want to be miserable. That's a terrible way to be. 3-0 is not hard. 3-0 is hard to be. If victories were easy, everybody would get them. Good games coming up this weekend, more so out west. Colorado plays Oregon at Eugene, 3:30 p.m. kickoff. UCLA plays Utah. That should be a good matchup. Both teams are undefeated. It's crazy how the world has changed. The Pac-12 is decimated and this disappears, and all of a sudden they're playing the best football that they've played ever. ACC is on the verge of collapse, and there are 7 undefeated teams in the ACC. Clemson isn't one of them. Who would have thunk that? Ole Miss versus Alabama. At Alabama should be a good one. Duke plays UConn. That ain't nobody looking for that. Miami plays Temple. Miami's favored 23.5 points. They're going to Philadelphia. Miami has a 95% chance of victory. Miami fans are so emboldened right now because, again, a good win against Texas A&M. I cannot take that away from them because I didn't think they could beat Texas A&M. They beat Miami of Ohio and Bethune-Cookman University. They got their ass drummed by Pitt and Clemson in their last 2 games of last year. I think they should obviously win that game. No 850. Klubnik didn't pass the ball past 15 yards. Till Dog put my former teammate Doc Staples. Doc is we had a show a couple of days ago. I think it was a week ago. Maybe it was last Friday when we did the Josina hidden after the whistle. Doc is the white male version of Josina Anderson. He hits after the whistle. Every time something, oh yeah, I was going to tweet that. I was in this. Like he's just Doc takes things and he makes it over analytical. And again, I think people overcompensate for some things. And I think it's if you're always negative, right? If something positive happens, you can just be happy. But like if you're always positive, if something negative happens, it just seems more traumatic. I am going to err on the side of we kicking ass until we can't kick ass no more. And I need Mike to be evil. I need evil Mike Norvell, mean Mike Norvell, killer Mike Norvell, run up the score on a Mike Norvell. That's when we got in 2013 with Jimbo. Jimbo Fisher was a bully. Oddly enough, 2013, we struggled against Boston College as well. Somebody put Doc predicted FSU to win 38-17. Damn, that's not like Chris's prediction. Spiratics. I'm not even doing that. I think I had us 34-21. I think is what I had us winning. Something like that. We would definitely kick up the Tits for Fits campaign as well. While we're at it, anybody who wants to call, we have if you're a member, it's in the member chat. You can go check out the phone number. It's actually connected to Bluetooth. We have it because we're only going to be on about 15, 20 more minutes. Miami plays Temple, not going into all of that, blah, blah, blah. Moving into more of the fun stuff. Will Smith's a bitch. I for the life of one, what did Will Smith do? Like we know Dwayne Wade cheated on Gabrielle Union and had a baby on her, and she stayed. But I also think Gabby gets it back from him in the ass. I'm sure Dwayne Wade gets pegged, and there's no way you can't. Like that's how she gets it back. I mean, she probably takes out the Big Bertha type one. And just like it's time to pay your penance every time she gets mad, and he just has to take it, grab ankle. But what did Will Smith do so bad to Jada that she feels the need to constantly like let him know he ain't shit? And what do you mean by that, James? I mean this. Is there another green thing? Or is that you went back? Okay. Oh. Can you just do can you highlight this shit or something?
I think it tells them, and if they want to show it, but it tells them if they've been for a month.
Okay. So what do I mean this right here is that even going back to before Will Smith smacked Chris Rock, which for whatever reason shook white actors more than any other kind of stuff to their core. Will Smith talked about how he did a whole documentary for her 50th birthday. Like it was like he studied, he interviewed people, he did all this stuff. Like something that you hear women say they say men do the minimum all the time or whatever. And then you have a guy out here with the means to do the maximum. And he's doing the maximum for you. But then you go off and say, this is the greatest display of selfishness that I have ever seen. That's what she told this man. This man went out and did all of this for her. And he says, you know what? Yes, you're right. I did not think about her needs and what she wanted. Meanwhile, every other week on Red Table Talk, Jada is talking about how Will did not satisfy her, or she is talking about how much in love she is with a ghost. Will wrote a whole book about how he felt insecure about Tupac because of her. Will Smith buys her this birthday big old bad box thing, looks good. And you know what she posts for her birthday? This is the ultimate disrespect. She posts her and Tupac doing karaoke to Will Smith song Parents Just Don't Understand.
Why?
This is why I always say, man, Will Smith slapped Chris, but he wanted to slap Tupac, and he wanted to slap his wife. Like, bro, you are literally making us look bad. You are making us look bad. I don't know. Like, what do you mean by James? Why do you mean making us look bad? You are one of the most powerful men in Hollywood. I'm not telling you to divorce her because I don't believe in marriage or divorce. I think it's a better way to do things, right? It's fiscally irresponsible for all parties, especially women. Once you remarry, because a lot of women want to get remarried. They like the idea of marriage. So, once you get remarried, that check that you got from the other guy goes away. So, like, if you just want some new dick, go get some new dick and just keep getting your bills paid, right? But at a certain point, like your son's best friend's blowing your wife's back out. And I'm sure Will has been banging some other chicks, but like this is just bad, dude. Pac been dead longer than most of the people that are commenting in this chat have been alive. And you still gotta imagine. It's hard women always feel bad about being compared to another chick. But imagine being compared to a dead man that she went to high school with. Damn, Miles, like I ain't saying kill him. Oh, you're saying like let it. I'm about to say. Oh, okay, I got you. Like, yeah, let that bitch have her. Like, damn, Miles, you ain't gotta kill her. I don't want her dead. Like, really, man. Like, the one thing I don't want to do is be chasing ghosts, man. The Miami game is sold out. You know what the Miami game isn't sold out to? No. FSU Miami. Ain't no Miami home game sold out. FSU Miami game is not sold out to those who listen to Big Games BS because we will be giving away a pair of tickets the Wednesday before the game, and we will more than likely have a tailgate. Rebecca Ross says she wants a hat. I guess she came in. She's coming in late. If you want your hat, raise your hands. Get that algorithm up. We have we have 3 different types. We have MFTK FSU. We have MFTK Mandarin Mustangs. I'll show you that one for those who weren't here. MFTK Mandarin Mustangs, and we have a same one that's not BYU Bowls lacrosse colors or New York Knicks colors. If you can Google those if you need to know what those colors are and what those mean. But I just want to say that because that was one of the other popular ones that we had. A bunch of people think I hate Jada Smith. And she is very hateable, very easy to hate. Person that I don't hate, I just told y'all he was full of shit. And I still love his shoes, still love his music. But I told you people, cancel culture does not exist if you're good. Some of y'all aren't canceled. You're just not any good at your job and you're very replaceable. And what does this mean? I mean, one of our first, I wish we would have put that on. I don't think we were doing YouTube shorts at the time, but if I remember correct, our IG went stupid on the Kanye West thing. Like y'all made Kanye West again. Y'all make the worst people like civil rights icons out of nowhere. They tried to make Kanye seem like, well, yeah, Kanye X. He's going to do this, and it's because the Jews and the white man, he takes this and he gets the money, and then the black man doesn't get anything, and he's talking about shipping. And said, man, I said, y'all, there is nothing in Kanye's DNA or anything that he has ever shown us that will give us the idea that he has the propensity to do anything remotely unselfish. And it comes back to this. So it's a combination of Kanye. He ain't done shit since then. And Kanye is really, really good on the fashion tip. Just got to give him props. So good that Adidas CEO has bent the knee. You know how good you got to be when people like come and defend you as an defend your anti-Semitic remarks. Mind you, Adidas was a company formed by. Yeah, I gotta go do. Even though I'm still rocking some Yeezys. Adidas CEO Kanye West didn't mean anti-Semitic comments. He isn't a bad person. Boy, that's oof. I didn't give you that one. I gotta find it. It's just I'll send it to you, Miles, so you can put it on the reel if you want to make one. But I don't know who the rapper is. But he like, look what the money make a bitch do. That's just what he said that, man. It's just like, Look what the boys lost like 3 billion. And he said, leave Kanye alone. Like, man, listen, man. Kanye is so good. Again, Kanye is on Dion's level with making people believe shit. Kanye did the church services, made money off of Jesus, and had people thinking like he was like, oh my God, he's gonna be the biggest gospel singer or whatever. Hey man, that man just because I ain't gonna lie, man. Some gospel chords is be dope as fuck. Miles, you've seen it before. Some of the best productions are church services on Sundays. But Yeah, Ye is Fatal. My guy Fatal Jedi says, although it's quite impossible for Kanye to be, yeah, man. If you want to go to the whole Jewish, the Black Jewish Hebrew, like I get it. Not Black Jew, like the blacks are the original Jews and all that other jazz. But the reality is, what mainstream media knows is Jewish is, oh, actually, even a Semite is, even just the word anti-Semitic is what a Semite is just people don't understand it, but it's what people view anti-Semitic is. It's just like when people say, I call somebody a cracker, that's racist terminology. But if you actually know what the word means and the true definition of it, it's not. It's really just for poor Southern living. Like it just happens that they call the white people crackers and they call the black people something else. But like there was literally a baseball team in Atlanta that actually took over the Braves, but they were one of the winningest franchises in minor league baseball history, the Atlanta Crackers. And I also tell people there's a $4 billion a year restaurant called Cracker Barrel that's completely dedicated to cracker living. That don't know about no white. I ain't never seen a white person walk in there and say, you know what, all of this shit is racist. But if they had a nigger barrel and it was watermelon and a bunch of people with big lips and dark skin, I would probably be like, you know what, this fried chicken is amazing, but this shit is racist. Like it's just, but as Snoop don't walk with anyways. Rebecca Rose, how do I become a member? What you have to do is you go, if you're watching this on the YouTube app, you're not going to be able to do it. You have to go online or on your tablet. When you go there and you click on the actual Sports Den pay or Den Media Group page, you have community. You'll see a bunch of different things, and they'll say it'll be something that says memberships. And you click on memberships, and there's a bunch of different varieties of membership to be able to pick from. Last but not least, and we'll end with this before we go and do the drawing. ML Football, who posted the bullshit article about making us all think that the Bears defensive coordinator was a pedophile, posted this about an article, I guess, or something written by legendary Seahawks receiver Doug Baldwin. He talks about struggling with mental health post-playing career and the serious effects it caused on his family. This is a real situation. Like, before I read what his thoughts are, football is not like basketball. Basketball, everybody sees you, so we know what LeBron James looks like. We know what Dwayne Wade. Your ability to become a celebrity forever is enhanced a little bit. We wear a mask, but we have a body type or a frame, and then we have a name that's easily recognized. So when we go out and people are saying your name, it's also a shortened career, but that's neither here nor there. You go from being recognized in football one day to 3 years later, nobody knows who the fuck you are. And you're getting free stuff, you're getting this, you're getting that, you're getting the accolades, the attaboys, and you spent your entire life trying to continue to do this, and then all of a sudden it's gone in a heartbeat. I get a lot of people are like, so what? Everybody has to deal with that to a certain degree. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just explaining to this. So I would say that I was clinically depressed for at least 8 months. I'm tired. My first daughter, my whole world has shifted and changed in the blink of an eye. And I did not really have prior example of discipline in my life on how to manage and deal with this properly. Even the guys who have retired before me, they all struggled and couldn't lean on them because I knew there was a struggle coming. You can't really plan for it. 8 months of pure hell. I remember one day I was sitting down in the chair and my wife was on the floor playing with our daughter and I started crying. My wife was like, "Are you all right? What is wrong?" And I said, "I don't know." That was when I got a counselor. I can route you up and catch this ball, turn around and talk shit to you, and I'm in control of that. That's a really powerful feeling. When you don't have that, I am lost. I am completely and utterly lost. I don't know which way is up, and I got this baby in front of me, my wife, this house, and I'm 30 years old. I got to figure this out. It was rough. It had a significant impact on my family and my life. It's very deep that he can be as transparent as he possibly is. And all of those things. But at the same time, I want to play this. And before people say, it's not just them, it's everybody. I always say, I don't know what it's like to grow up white. I don't know what it's like to grow up Asian. I only know what it's like to be a black male. But if you click on that IG post, Miles, and this is, a rapper, just got out of his 2-year bid, his 2-year marriage bid. Have you seen what they've said about it? They're like, all the people were broken up, and they put Jeezy and Jackie Chan.
Oh,
And that's so fucked up, man. Before I get into that part, what was sad about this is that Jeezy seemed genuinely happy. This man is a gangster rapper, riding with the top down, singing Tevin Campbell, "Can We Talk" with this chick. It was like, I felt like black boy joy for him. But anyways, he brings up a very good point. And I know a lot of males feel like this, so don't get lost in the comment. But nobody's coming to save you. You do have to pick yourself up. You have to get through that. I tell people I'm functionally depressed. So I do a very, very good job of handling it. Sometimes this is why I have to get away from people, pick myself back up, and then I get to go back and being the jolly person that I am. But Jeezy, tell us what how you feel and what you feel the world is like to you. Oh Lord, we got is it sound, because that IGB, is it muted all the way or is it just?
I think it was just their starting.
Yeah. By the way, Jeezy's one of my favorite rappers, even though he raps about the same thing. But like, when I got to do sales, I'm on the road, I'm selling bricks. Like, I'm selling drugs to Jeezy.
Hey, nobody care about you no more. Nobody cares.
Right.
If it ain't your family, nobody in the world cares that you succeed or that you're happy, that you're healthy, or you're any of them things, right? So you have to do that yourself. You have to set yourself up, because when you come from where we come from, evolution is something that people don't really want to see you do.
Right.
They want to see you
stay
you
right there. Stay right here. Like, that's when people say, I miss the old. Like, what do you mean?
I'd be like,
it's all me.
I'd be like, me too. But you won't see him. You get to a certain age, nobody care about you no more. Nobody cares.
Right.
If it ain't your family,
so
nobody in the world.
was like, if you're a black or brown boy at a certain age, nobody cares anymore. Nobody's coming to save you. And the crazy part is I was talking to my son. I tell my son this a lot. We were sitting down, we were doing math problem. And he oh no, it wasn't math. We were doing his vocab words, and he couldn't understand it. And I told him, and he started crying. And I said, you know what? It's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But what I want you to understand is that once you're done crying, that problem's still gonna be there. Like, the crying doesn't make the problem go away. You unfortunately don't. I said, people come to your dad because he gets results. Like, doesn't mean it's always easy. Doesn't mean I don't feel stress, but you got to solve it, and quitting ain't gonna help. Like, because nobody's coming to save you. I was like, I won't be here all the time. My job is to give you as much game as I can before I leave this planet. Way more than what my father gave me. My father's game now, he's trying to do it now, but it's kind of weird. I don't know how I'm gonna use that shit. Like, he does shit like call me and say, son, if you get in the room and you kill one person, you gotta make sure you kill everybody. All right, love you, son. I'll talk to you later. Like, when the fuck am I gonna use that? I'm not John Wick. But anyways, we're gonna do this drawing here. Hopefully you're present to be able to see it. You got it up there? All right. You want to call the names out real quick?
All right, it's Adrian, Tanisha, Damian, Robert, BB Smoking, Chip, Jeffrey Bell, Rebecca Ross, Fatal, Noel 850, B Lynn, Brandon Lynn, Aaron Bailey, Lewis M, John G, Dave, Grant, Darrell, Mike Hall, Screw 73, or is that it? Yeah, Screw 73, Wayne Johnson, and Eric. That's it.
Yeah. So hopefully y'all heard Miles. As he ran through the names of the people who are in there. We'll give you a couple seconds because I know there's a delay. And before people come and say that happens with women too, I mean, yeah, I could agree with you a little bit, but for the most part, there's knight in shining armors. There's plenty of fairy tales written about that. Ain't no queen in shining armor coming to get you. Like somebody said, go ahead and send it to to Ramon. Ramon is banned from the list. You got Demetri. You can put D Shaw in there. All right, that's it. Go ahead and push that Damn, John G. John G. You just gotta let us know which one you want. Well, yeah, I just want to know if he wants something other than if he wants the New York Knicks one. Oh, Lewis said that was on him. Like it fucked him over, man. John, what do you want which one? Which color do you want, John? And he's a member. Perfect. Only one member's winning. Keeps the membership going. You some bitch. John, take John G off. He wants to which is fun. All right, that's fine. John, make sure hit me up on social medias at BigGameJames_36. Let me know what your I do have a Jag. You want a Jags cap? He said I do have a Jags cap. But hit me up on social media at BigGameJames_36. Take John G out of there. And then let's roll that thing again. I ain't trying to give away that shit.
Adrian. Yeah, Adrian.
Nah, get Adrian out of there. Adrian's not winning that shit. Adrian probably already has a cap. All right. All right. So we still have Bowls. We still have Florida State. We still have Mandarin. VB smoking. You got a couple seconds to be able to acknowledge and say which color hat you want. I'm gonna put it like this: if we do another one, and you see your name come on there, go ahead and comment that this is what you want. I don't think Rob, you asked for it. Yeah, did Rob raise his hand? Robert Lassiter. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got Robert.
Rob, you're on there. You got to answer pretty quick, man. Because I'm about to take them out and put somebody and roll it again. All right. That's why you got to watch the whole show. You fucking up my money, man. That's why we need all the views. All right. Take VB smoking out. Again. VB missing. That's funny. Everybody's like 3, 2, 1, spin. Get him out of here.
All right.
And the winner is Ramon. That one fell short. D Shaw. D Shaw got the win. So I think D Shaw wants to Grant came back. Grant went to class and came back and missed it just in time to lose. All right. Oh. All right. He said he put FSU. All right, so D Shaw will get FSU. My guy, I forgot his name already. John G will get the Jags. Make sure y'all hit me up with y'all information how to get it. John G, if you're here in Jacksonville, then I'll leave it up here at Goodfellas for you, so that you can go pick it up. If not, we'll mail it. I hope there is a UPS store right there. I just hate them. I'm pretty sure if I don't have a Jags cap, I would definitely send you the Bowls lacrosse one. Appreciate everybody for coming in. Let's try to get to that illustrious, that elusive 3,000 subs mark. We're again 100 away. We would like to get the membership up if we can. And then next week's a bye week. So if we get to over 3,000 and or if always we have the 100, and remember, somebody could have called in if they wanted to. If you want to just chop it up, if you're a member, it's literally right there. It's a number. It would have been Bluetooth. We would have got a phone call. Actually, you know what? I just thought about something. What if people did call? Do I have is my phone? Oh no, okay. I might have accidentally put it on Do Not Disturb. But we do have that. We can pose questions. Any questions that of the day that y'all want. We do have to go back to doing that. But this weekend will be a good sports weekend. Hope you guys enjoy it. Again, remember, it's just sports. My man Mike Hall, do you even pay attention to us? Somebody put Trey Trey has a whole podcast called Trey's Take. He just dropped it on Thursday. Did a pretty good job too. I think it was Thursday. Yeah, he dropped it on Thursday. He did a pretty good job. Or was it Tuesday? Anyways, he did it. Trey thinks we're gonna win, and he'll keep doing stuff. Yeah, you can contact me on Twitter or IG, whichever one's more convenient for you guys. But appreciate you guys. Oh, my bad. Trey has his own podcast on our network. His channel. Oh, he does have a channel. I'll put his channel in our community. We're trying to build that thing up to where it gets over 1,000 before we actually put content on it. Outside of that, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. Hope y'all have a great weekend and all of your teams are victorious. See y'all next week.